This is amazing, simply amazing. So you're saying that all this fits inside that small police phone booth that we just entered?
Basically, yes. But there's a bit more detail involved that borders on the edge of what we know about physics, trans-dimensional properties, and things of that nature.
Wait, and so we're traveling now through space?
Well, yes, space, but more than mere space. We're traveling through time itself.
Time?
Really, Doctor, the simplest things do capture your imagination, don't they? This all makes perfect sense. You don't simply meet someone at a location, the where of a matter, but you designate to meet them at a specific time, the when of the matter.
Okay, but the reason is what?
No, I'm not the reason, but I can tell you about it.
A body has gone missing just outside Jerusalem in the 1st century. Not really much of a case. I'm sure there are scads of bodies that went missing throughout Israel around this time of history. Why bother yourself and us to investigate?
Because the body that went missing is, well, rather important. In fact, it's not an understatement to say that this is the most important mystery in human history. And what's more, there are 2 different stories going around as to what happened to the body.
Wait, 2 stories going around? So then one is the cover-up and the other is the truth.
Or they're both fabrications, and they're interpretations of a common event, thinking they're both being told truthfully. But one thing is for sure, my good man, both stories are not actually true. Both could be wrong, but both cannot be correct. And that is why you've brought us, or more accurately, why you've brought me.
Determining the truth of this mystery will change world history for eternity.
World history? For eternity? Just one missing body? I mean, overstating things a bit, aren't you, old boy?
The truth of this matter couldn't be overstated. Okay, we're almost at our destination. I'm setting us down in a garden just outside of Jerusalem, the year 30 AD.
The last known location of the body.
Precisely. We've got a friend there who's already been doing some investigating.
Molly Hooper, what on earth are you doing here? Don't you know that this could be dangerous? Return with Dr. Watt immediately. Watsonby and I will handle it from here.
Well, it's so good to see you two, Sherlock. I see time travel as soft in your demeanor. Actually, it was Dr. Watt who brought me here. He thought I could help with some interviews with the women who witnessed the event.
You do the interviews. Then Dr. Watt is not as brilliant as I had first estimated. Why send you when my powers of perception and deduction would obviously be the best in analyzing what the women had to say?
It's not a matter of deduction, it's a matter of cultural sensitivity.
Women in the 1st century Israel would not likely even speak to men they didn't know. In fact, even dressed as I am, they'd hardly even speak with me.
But they did speak to you.
Yes, but the details were a bit lacking. Something about coming to the tomb early in the morning to do a final burial ritual, and then seeing Roman guards lying on the ground and 2 men who were dressed in robes that seemed like they were shining like the sun, but the body was missing.
Wait, 2 men in clothes that gleamed? Well, what did they say?
Well, the women, they wouldn't tell me. They were obviously frightened and said they had to hurry back to Jerusalem to meet their friends who were fishermen.
You said the Roman guards were lying asleep on the ground.
No, it seems like they were awake but motionless, almost like something had frozen them.
Rugged Roman guards frozen in their tracks? We'll catch up with the women later. Right now, we need to speak to one of those guards.
Speak to one of the guards? Sherlock, where are we going to find a Roman guard that was assigned to guard this very tomb in all of Jerusalem?
If my deductions are correct, and of course they are, we'll find him at one of the drinking establishments that serve the most expensive wines in Jerusalem. Let's get dressed in a more suitable way and be on our way.
A round of drinks for my friends, including my new one here.
Thank you, but I probably had enough.
Friend, how could you have afforded such expensive things?
None of your business. Let's just say I've come into some extra funds from the very leaders of Israel.
So many toast for joy, but you were alone when we entered, and not appearing all that joyful.
If you saw what I saw early that morning, you wouldn't be so joyful yourself. You'd want to forget it ever happened. Look, they came and they stole the body. That's all I know.
Who came and stole what body?
The body we were guarding early in the morning. His disciples came and took it.
While you were guarding it?
We fell asleep, okay?
Yet here you are, and not only alive, but with all this extra money.
Yeah, well, we fell asleep and I got a bonus in pay. That's exactly how it happened. I didn't see anything, so just leave me alone.
He left and didn't take his money.
That's because he doesn't want to keep it. Disciples who came against an armed Roman guard who were all asleep, and they broke the Roman seals, moved a huge stone and moved the body of a full-grown man, while not waking even one soldier, all who would have been executed for failing in their duty. Yet here they are with money from Israel's leaders. It's time to have a second look at that tomb.
Watsonby, take a look at this.
The burial cloths are still in the tomb. And the headdress is folded up by itself.
Who steals a body under threat of Roman execution and bothers to remove the grave clothes and even takes the time to fold up the headdress?
No one would.
Exactly.
Oh, are you also one of the followers come here to grieve?
It was grief this morning when we came to the tomb to bury him, but now it's joy, now that I've seen him.
You've seen him? You know where the body is.
Body? I've seen him. He called to me, Mary, Jesus is risen. He is risen.
What?
What?
You were right all along. This mystery solved is one of worldwide importance for all eternity. It's time to get back to our time.
And share the good news.
With everyone we possibly can.
Gentlemen, Molly, our chariot awaits.